We are going live, and this should be working, or at least it was when I did the test run. Hey guys, so I am back. Hopefully you guys can hear me well. Figured this is a little bit better than me screaming and yelling. And just to make sure. When I was testing this out and did the replay, it sounded like it was going good. But I do want to make sure because that would suck. Hey, how are you guys doing? Let's see what we got for Princess. Princess, know your fears, my dear. So when this card comes up, that means that there's things that we're not addressing that we need to address within ourselves. What is causing the fear? It may be something that's followed you for a while, or it could even be something recently that you're kind of gaining this fear of, but you do need to acknowledge it, my dear. Hey, Ty, how are you doing? Let's see if I can pronounce this name respectfully. Mapara. I hope I pronounced that right. I know I probably didn't. But the card that you have coming up, my dear, is Have Courage. Normally when this pops up means that you may not be feeling yourself 100%, but this would be a good time for you to start bringing it in and regaining that strength that you've given away. So kind of have the courage, be like the lion. Entertain your inner Leo. Hey, Ty. Hey, good. Oh, well, that's great. I'm glad that you're doing good, though, today. Hopefully nothing crazy's happened as of yet. But, my dear, you are being blocked. The card that comes up is Focused and then Act. So it seems like this is what you need to do, but it's not what you're currently doing. That's why it's blocking you. Some things have come into light for you, it seems, and you're just kind of waiting for more answers, but I would really work on the blockage. You're welcome, sweetie. Hello, Watson. How are you doing, sweetie? Hopefully you're having a good day. My house looks crazy. I'm going to fix that because I've got so much crap going on in my home. It's not even funny. Like last week, I just needed a break mentally. And when I say I take a break, I normally just start crafting. So that's what I've kind of been doing the last week. And I've got extension cords everywhere. All right, Watson, my dear, we've got 3 cards that are popping up for you. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Anyway, like I said, there is 3 cards that I got popped up, but the one that I want you to focus on is the 3rd house, which the 3rd house is where you're currently at, okay? So the 3rd house normally pops up when we're trying to find creativity or find a spark in our life to bring it around. Now, you do got Cancer and Sagittarius, which tells me that it's something that you're trying to either bring in through multiple avenues with different people. And then with the Sagittarius, you need to pull those one things out. Thank you. And then with the Sagittarius, it's basically like networking and implementing it. So I don't know if there's any creativity that you're trying to work with right now, but it is coming through, or something that you should look into. Bring your resources together. And then, did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed anybody. Yeah, my alarm ended up going off, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah. I forgot I made stuffed bell peppers, and I'm like, oh. When the alarm reminds you. Be careful when you pull them out. They are hot. And you will need 2 mitts. If you don't, oh, you did. Okay. Watching someone lift stuff out of the oven is so nerve-wracking because you're like, are they going to hurt themselves, or are they going to drop it, or is it going to be a combo? So it's always one of those things where you're like, hold your breath. And then when you're talking about anxiety that it gives you, Toss it away, as it says with the Four of Cups. So I don't know what you guys have been up to, but I can tell you what I've been up to. I've been working on a couple candle lines that I've got. I've been working on different runes and different spell sets. If you guys want some of those, she's still eating what she had. Cool, thank you. I was just about to go live on Facebook and do some readings, but saw yours, so I figured I'd get mine read first. Oh, that's not a problem. And if you want to, feel free to share your page or your link. You know, we always love to support other people here with their readings. I know today I was almost kind of debating, should I go live or should I not? And I'm like, you ever have that kind of day where it's not like your energy is low, but it's like you're finally at that place where you're like, I'm just going to take it slow. That's basically how my day has went. I've just kind of went with the vibrations, so to speak. Yeah, not a problem, sweetie. So I need to listen less when it comes to other people, and then I'll be free. You gotta love it when your cards read you. I fell out. I definitely get it. I was even thinking about, because I do got like one of those like huge boom mics, and I almost thought about one of the things that I would like to do in the future is like an ASMR type of one. But the thing is, with the table setup that I got right now, the actual boom mic won't mount onto it perfectly. That's why you guys haven't seen it in a couple months. Because every time I use it, it just wants to go bloop because of the way the table is. And it sucks. But I don't know. We've been talking about upgrading what I got here and then moving it upstairs. So we'll see how that goes. Deaf. Wow, I definitely get it right. So what has everybody been up to since I've been gone? Anything new and exciting in your lives? Or just anything to basically go, meh, you know? By the way, I do want to note we are so close to getting to 1,000. It's ridiculous. Like, I think we're like 11 or 12 people away. So I'm super excited about that. So I'm thinking probably by August, maybe the first week, we'll probably hit that. And once we do, I can start getting the stuff ready for our 24-hour live that we're going to be doing. And the closer that we get to, the hubby's like, you know, that's 24 hours of nonstop. I'm like, yeah, that's normally what a 24-hour live is. By the way, for anybody coming in wanting a reading, I am giving readings still. Just having some casual conversation in between. I can't wait to play this back and then just listen to the cards shuffle. That's kind of been my thing the last couple of days is ASMR videos. But some of them get ridiculous. Like, okay, don't get me wrong. I love hearing the sound of nails. But when you got someone just going the whole time and that's all you hear and it's like so loud because their mic setting's up so loud, to me, that's not ASMR. To me, that's just, it gets annoying. Like, I don't know. I guess it depends on the person, really, and their preference. Another thing this week I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be filming some videos because normally we would do a video upload in the last couple weeks. As you guys know, it's been kind of crazy here and hectic. You don't sound like yourself. You sound drained, like you need rest. I am to that point. It's almost to the point where like it's not rest so much. I There we go. That should be better. Anyway, like I was saying, is today was the first day that I actually got to the point to where my shoulders weren't hurting. So I'm very appreciative of that. Can you hear me now, my dears? Or am I just talking to the wind and no one can hear me? That would suck. That wouldn't suck. Let's see. Yes, we can hear you. Yay. I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, the last couple months, I've allowed myself to get so, I don't want to say high strung, but so stressed that I'm just like, I need to get back to that mellow self. You know what I mean? Plus, I've been meditating a lot lately, and I think that's got me on this whole nother level of zen that I haven't been at in a long time. Oh, by the way, Aqua, we've got Mercury coming up and Pluto. So you've got a distant argument that is coming through. I think it started with a miscommunication just because of Mercury, but right beside Mercury, we got Pluto in reverse. So that tells me they're not so much as a distance now as there was, and it's kind of coming to a head. So whatever issue you're having with somebody, it is going to start coming to a close. Hey, son, how are you doing, sweetheart? The only thing that I wish this thing had, because it's such a long cord, like realistically, I could probably go into my kitchen with how big this cord is. I wish they would have had like one of those like clip things where you could put it on there. So that way it doesn't move around as much. It's my only like big real like bleh, you know. Girl, your hair is on fire. It looks good. I know. Like we did it over the weekend because you know what they say when you're going through trauma, you got to dye your hair, right? Plus, my roots were getting way too bad. So we ended up dyeing it. It was supposed to be a little bit darker than this because it goes from like a red to almost like an orange color to almost like a pink, depending on the light. So it's a very weird color. Oh, I appreciate it, baby. Let's see what I got for you today, son. You should see me in the morning, though. I look like a total troll doll. Ooh, we got a little bit of unbalance because we got Libra coming in and Aries. So basically, there's a little bit of giving up and some unbalance due from this. So I'm not really sure what we're giving up on because whenever I see Aries, Aries to me is very, willing to go the mile. You know what I mean? And when it's in reverse, that tells me that we're just pulling back from a situation. Maybe you're pulling back from yourself. So imbalance within oneself. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, it is bad, but it's not like super bad as it would be for somebody else. Hey, Ria, how are you doing, sweetheart? I have been an emotional about very bad. Oh, baby, you came to the queen of emotional bad times because I've been in the same boat with you, baby. Reading on Kim Hong Jong. Thank you. You're welcome. The one thing that I think that's helped me during my chaos, trying to basically keep it all together, because when it comes to dealing with a bad headspace or emotions, it's not like, how do I put this into words? Okay, so if you're like me, you're someone who tries to keep themselves busy. And it's those moments where you're not focusing on something you need to do. And that's where it kind of gets bad. And lately, I've just taken the time to address it because if you keep on pushing it back and you keep on pushing, eventually you're going to have that time to yourself and you're not going to escape it. You're just kind of prolonging the process. And I think that's where shadow work comes in, which is what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. So if I had anything to suggest, be in your feelings, acknowledge them. Because when we don't acknowledge those things, they build up and then, we start out, lashing out on other people or start getting those weird, like, no one likes me kind of vibes going on. And just realizing that you need time for yourself. I think those are the two best things anybody can really do for themselves when it comes to that sort of context. And that's just me coming from my personal experience as of late. Because I tend to take on a lot of more things than I should, just for the reason being, I'm the type of person, I get a spark or an idea and I want to run with it. And then I run with that and we get it done. And then I get another spark of inspiration, which kind of, the madness of the artist, so to speak. So just take some time for yourself, baby. And it might take you months. I mean, honestly, if we're being realistic, um, depending on what's going on in your life at any point in time, you're always going to have those moments where you're by yourself and, it gets heavy. And if you were to the point where I was, where it gets to where you want to talk to people, but you don't want to talk to people because you don't want to worry people with what you're thinking. And it's kind of a dangerous game to be in. You know what I mean? It's not like to the point of, hey, I'm going to hurt myself or something like that. But it breaks down your self worth, your core, who you are. And then you got to start asking yourself, is this my own thoughts? Or is this what I've been fed for so long that I'm believing? So it's a whole thought process, my dear. Thank you. It really helped. Not a problem, baby. That's what I'm here for. Let's see what Princess is doing. How's Princess been? Princess, Princess, Princess. Ooh, Princess, you got the second house. So we got money coming up. Money and distance. So your money is going to be going to something that is not going to benefit you. I don't know why, but it is coming up. Oh my God, yes. I think also too, and I've thought about this in my moment of like, what the fuck is going on with me? Because in the beginning, when we had our last full moon, not the one just recently, but the one before, we started going into Cancer. Now, if you know anything about Cancer, Cancer has the ability to attach and to detach. So I think throughout that whole month, it was one of those things where like you really get into your emotions. People don't realize how much Cancers are so deep in their emotions because they think Scorpio is all about the emotions, when in fact, Cancer is like a cousin to the Scorpio when it comes to emotions and things like that. So I feel like it's one of those things where it brings everything to the front, pushes away, comes back, kind of like a yo-yo effect. Honey, I'm not doing a reading on Kim. I'm sorry. But I don't know. I was thinking about it because I'm like, when we went into Cancer, I was crying. When we left Cancer, I was crying. I was like, it's Cancer. That's basically what I blamed it on. But I think also, as we get to the harvest season, we got to get rid of some of the things that are dead. And I think that's, part of it too as well. By the way, I am doing readings. I'm just talking and chilling in between. But it's a weird headspace, and I realized I wasn't the only one around this time going through stuff like that. Well, I don't know if you guys heard that, but that was funny. But I feel like it's one of those things where just the energies, you know what I mean? And plus it seems like we're in this weird time loop, you know what I mean? Like old people who used to be together are now getting back together, and it's a very odd thing. And yes, I'm talking about the Bennifer situation because I didn't think that was ever going to come back to be. And I'm just like, what? And then we got the sad moments of realizing that Loki is no longer streaming and we got to wait a whole year. But we are getting some good teasers for different shows and stuff, so I guess it's not too bad. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Someone's got a relationship issue. Because we got a couple, a hangman, and then a male influence outside of the relationship. Whoever's going through it, just know it's not a journey you want to start on. But today's session is probably going to be a short one. Hey, Duncan, how are you doing, baby? What have you been up to, my dear? Anything new and exciting? Are you? By the way, what's everybody doing for llamas? Some call it lug, some call it whatever the elongated name of it is. I never can really say it right, so I always just say llamas, or llamas, because I like to think of it as a llama holiday. I don't know. I love llamas. Anyway, Duncan, let's see what we got for you. We got the sun. New opportunity. New opportunity coming from afar. Light on the work. More fun. Building friendship. I almost finished the project. Howdy says, you're a ginger now. I am. What private readings do you do? My name is Kim. Oh, so you're saying that's your name. I do personal readings, but I do charge for them. If you do want a book reading, all my information's down below, my dear. What would my future career be? Same thing I just said. When it comes to questions, I do charge. Now, when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be giving away free questions. So if that's something you want to stick around for. Park, my dear, I'm going to tell you this. You need to follow your true calling. Most people don't know what their true calling is, but when we get North Node pop up, it means that what feels right to you. Like whenever you do it, there's something in your soul that just feels right. And it's almost like it washes over your body. So when you're looking for a direction of a career, this is what you need to look for. The thing that doesn't only, keep you busy, but it's something that is much greater than yourself, if that makes sense. And the only reason I gave you that, and it went with your question, is because that's the card that popped up. So sometimes it works. If the result is complete, shall I send it to your email? Yes, you can. Would you tell me future too? Future is normally what the cards hold. The way that I do it is I read whatever you want me to read. Like when I do private readings, I have it set up a couple of different ways. Like we can do all questions that you want to know, and I look into the cards and we go over it. Or I do a full reading and then we can do questions afterwards. So it depends on what you're wanting. I must binge watch The Sacred Gems. I don't know what you're talking about, but you said binge watch, so congrats. Much love. Hidden music of the air. Okay. My next romantic relationship, please. Please feel free to book a reading down below and we can go into that. Just one card. Princess, I believe we already did the card for you. If you actually go back, you'll see where we pulled a card for you, my dear. Because the way that I do it with my one card pools is I go down the line. So whoever comes in, they get read in the order that they come in. And then if people pay for questions or they pay for a reading, then I go ahead and I do them and then go back to that list. It just makes it a whole lot easier. That way people know what to expect and things like that. Unless I get onto like a topic and start to rant or, talk about it or give advice, then there's a few breaks in between readings. But I am excited to announce that here in, let's see, how many days will it be from now? 4. So I think 19 days. Yeah. Here in 19 days, we will be having our pagan picnic here in Ohio. So I'm super excited about that. We were going to have it last month, but with everything going on, with my brother and stuff like that, I kind of had to postpone it. But we are getting a bunch of stuff from the garden. So I'm trying to, make it to where we have some stuff for that event and stuff for the harvest, because we have been giving a lot out locally. Which right now I got a big thing of tomatoes. So if anybody locally wants some good homegrown tomatoes, you can just message me or email me and we can set up a pickup. Which reminds me, later this week, I'll probably go ahead and do the newsletter for August to kind of get that out of the way. So do expect that kind of, it'll give you details about what we're doing and, certain goals that we want to hit and everything else. I feel like I've been gone for so long. Everybody's not here. And I'm like, oh. I was hoping I was going to get on here and see all of our besties that we normally see. But it seems like we've kind of went back and through, so to speak. Then again, I think, what day of the week is it? That's how far beyond I am. It's Tuesday. Tuesday. Well, my dears, like I said, today was going to be a little short session. So do keep a lookout. We will have a newsletter coming. There will be videos being uploaded again starting on Monday. And I will be doing tarot readings here and there. But if you guys do want to book a reading, you can go ahead, look down below in the description. I'll give you all my information. And as always, if you have any magical questions, same thing. If you need me, you need somebody to talk to, my email is always open. I know I say this, but and some people see it as, well, everybody says that. No, I actually do take the time to read my emails every day. So if you are going through something, you need somebody to talk to or whatever it may be, just feel free to contact me. You're not bugging me. So I did want to put that out there because I know a few people who've been going through some things. And I wanted to make sure everybody knew that, hey, if you need someone to talk to, I'm here. All right, my dears, I will see you guys tomorrow. And until then, bye-bye.